Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Hey guys, welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline. Tonight we are going to be all over the board. I do want to start off with this damn hacker that hacked into my Facebook and shit. Dude, if you're watching my video, if I ever see you, I'll hit you so fucking hard your grandparents will feel it. Stupid idiot. So I'm getting Facebook messages left and right from people I know, friends that are being contacted by this hacker. And thank God, well, I was happy that nobody fell for it up until a friend of mine that helped me out a great deal during the fire. She fell for it, and they got all her information. So she she called me up and I was telling her what I've been doing since I've been hacked, and it's like a steady game of trying to stay ahead of them. So yeah, I tell you, Social Security was no help at all. They No, I mean they were the least help. Facebook really wasn't any help either. Facebook won't take my other channel down. As much as I told them, I said, "Hey, you need to take that. That's my channel. You need to take it down." They refuse to take it down. It hasn't done anything wrong or gone against any guidelines. Uh, so it's like, what do you do? So they have complete control of my Facebook. Any message that I ever sent to anybody in the last few years is in that messenger, and they can look at it. So I mean, it's all personal shit. It's like stuff that you have between each other, and somebody you don't know has fucking control of it. Which my own daughter had to. She told me the other morning that they tried to contact her through Facebook, and they even showed a copy of her driver's license. And I'm trying to think, how in the hell did they get a copy of her driver's license? And I remember one day she was so happy that she got them. She messaged me a photo of it, being happy and everything that she got her temps and stuff. And so that's how they got a photo of my daughter's driver's license. So I'm like, oh, I wish I could catch these guys myself. I wish I had the money to go to India and find these fuckers. But anyway, so enough with that. So things that we need to talk about. What things do you think we need to fucking talk about? This world is gone. People do not think for themselves anymore. And I see people all, every day I go out, I see people who follow each other. Like, okay, I watched this video of audit, like um a constitutional audit type thing. I don't know if any of you have seen that on YouTube, where they go and they audit post office, police stations, and stuff like that to see how much they trample on your rights. And so this guy's filming outside of the New York, one of the New York pre-strings, whatever. So he's outside, and all the cars are going in and out of this gated community, or the gated in the back there. And so they had a bunch of cops come, and they were talking to him, asking why he's filming and stuff. And they asked for his ID and all that. And he's like, he's not doing anything wrong, so he shouldn't have to give up an ID. So you would see at that point, one, like the head guy, the sergeant, would start to walk away. So all of them would start to follow, right? So one guy turns around and he says a few more words to him. They exchange words, and he starts to walk back. So all the rest of the officers turn around and they walk back. They had a few words with him, and they turned around, and all of them left at the same time again. So what I'm trying to say is people in a community, they run off some sort of hive mind where they are following each other's actions and not thinking for themselves. They're not looking at reality for what it is. They're living in a clouded reality where they are just going with the flow. And if you talk to them about wearing, why are you wearing a face mask, or why are you getting um, the V in your arm, uh, the jab. Why are you doing that? And they say, well, most of them will say, I'm protecting so and so, da 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 da. And again, that's a hive mind thinking mentality. And they just do not think for themselves. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. And I could sit there and watch it go by day by day, the same thing every day. You just watch people, watch them how they act, and if you have this kind of the same routine pretty much every day, watch people, watch how they act. They are hive minded. They do not think for themselves. Hey, Crunchy B. I don't know if Jim's still out there. I did try to call you, Jim, and no answer. I left a message. Um, so I mean, I talked to a lady in a grocery store. She wasn't wearing a mask, and I was surprised. I said, did you get the jab in the arm? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, you didn't have any side effects, and she goes, no, I didn't have any, and she was like, I said, well, how long did you get in? She's like, oh, a long time ago, and I asked her again throughout the conversation. I was like, well, when did you get the jab? And she said, it was right around the end of March, so really hasn't been that long. A little over a month and a half or whatever. And so, I mean, I really feel bad. I don't want anything to happen to these people, but we just know, what we know, it's not good, you know. And hey, Bill, welcome. I will be opening up and letting people come in and talk if anybody is interested. Um, I'm not just gonna sit up here and bore you. Let's see here. I'm not just gonna sit up and bore you with just me talking all night long. Because that could get pretty fucking boring, I'll tell you that. So there it is in the chat. Um, another thing that I did want to talk about was dying. Now, I feel as if I've died at least 2 times, and both times for sure should have been dead. I mean, even if a miracle was the hit, it would be a far-fetched miracle because nobody except for me walks away from a 15 um, your creatines being up to a 15 and you still walking. Although I did lose my mind later on, I was starting to lose my mind because all them chemicals was backing up into my brain. And then the lady at the damn thing gives me a damn shot of because I told them this was in 2016, and I told them that I didn't take too much of my pain medicine. That's what they thought. They thought I OD'd on my pain medicine, and I said no. I know I didn't take too much, but they shot me up with that fucking Narcan anyways. And as soon as they did, all the chemicals in my body went rushing to my brain, and I completely lost it then. So I don't see how I walked out of that one. So there's got to be some thing when we pass away in one world, we wake up in another one and continue our life until our bodies won't take it no more, I guess. I don't know, but there is something supernatural going on, and I, as much every day I think about it. You know, I mean, we all are not stuck with it. I mean, I'm grateful that I can see it, but yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, and I can't figure it out, and it gets on you. It weighs on you because I'm like so tired of trying to figure it out, and I have to figure it out. I feel like I have to. Hey Jody, I have to know what the fuck is going on. I mean, nobody I know of has ever had their reality changing the way we are having, the way we see our reality changing. And some of you in my local area can sit here and probably call me a nut job. But the rest of you that are out there that see this, we all can be fucking crazy. I mean, if so, there's an awful lot of us crazy people out there. And I sometimes wonder because you watch people, as you watch them throughout the day doing the same thing and doing what other people are doing, like they can't make up their own mind on what they want to do, so they follow other people. Literally like a hive mind. I mean, I'm serious. I can see it. Hey, Walter. Good morning, Patrick. Big hugs, beautiful souls. Got the night off. Glad to see you. Oh, awesome, Walter. So I mean, I've not ever heard, and I'm sure you guys have never heard anybody, our great grandparents talking about how their reality had changed, you know, and there's no, I've never ever heard of this before. I've never in my life seen anything like this before. So we know it's some sort of phenomenon, or this is the way our lives have been going this whole time. and we just never noticed it. But why are we noticing it now? And why is it only a certain amount of people that are noticing it? But the rest are still affected. The rest still have the same memories, but then they lose them within seconds of knowing about their memories. It's kind of a weird, odd thing. Why we're not, it's like as soon as they remember the old way, their memory gets wiped clean, and a whole new reality's been put in. And we are living in the old reality yet. And there's no way. I'm having trouble getting used to the new reality. Yes, it is confusing. I tell you that. Imagine all this going over in all of our heads. I know that we've all been trying to think of what this could possibly be and what's going on, whether it was a man-made thing like CERN fucked something up, or they did some sort of spell over the people, and for some reason we're not affected from it. I don't know, and I if it is spiritual, I'll tell you, I'm telling God right now, you got to give me the rest of the information, because you're driving me nuts. And if we are trying to wake up out of this reality to our real reality, and that's part of what's going on, then we have a lot of waking up to do. And maybe if we wake up too soon or too fast, we will lose our minds, because just a little bit that we're being shown now, for the people who can see it, are losing their minds, or they've lost their mind, or they were very close to losing their mind. So Bill says, Patrick, remember, we are in a spiritual realm. It affects everyone differently. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that, but what about the people who don't, who it's not affecting? I understand that we're all waking up differently. We all waking up at different times. We all see different, or the same Mandela effect, but we wake up to it at different times. Could that be us dying at different times? You know, could we all be dead, and the people who are slowly waking up now, that are a little bit behind us, they just recently died? Could this be I'm trying to think of, you have heaven, hell, and then the middle, and I can't think of the middle. Purgatory. We could all be in purgatory. So, I mean, shit, that could be it. We could all be in purgatory, or the higher ups are changing. They have certain machines. Maybe they can change stuff in the future, or go back and change stuff in the past. So in the future, in today's day, it would change. It would have been changed. So it changes for us. So basically, yeah, they have to go back in the past in order to change things. We are different because we are in this world, not part of this world. Yeah, I get that. We hear it all the time. And lately, I tell you, I have been worn out. I mean, really worn out. I'm tired. I am very snippy. So I apologize if y'all feel like I'm snipping at you, but that's just the way I am. I'm getting very anxious. I don't know. I'm just starting to. I don't know. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just very anxious. I guess that's the best word I can find. Um, so I don't mean to bite anybody's head off. There is the stream if anybody would like to come in. Otherwise, we will probably have an early night because I'm not going to sit here for an hour or so and talk. I don't really feel up to it, you know. That's another thing that's changing in my life is that the nights are becoming different for me because I'm just so fucking tired all the time. And the most energy I have is in the morning. Um, you know, I do get up at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm up from 4:30 and right around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I start to fucking wear down. I start to come down. You know, I'm pretty much definitely by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm definitely blowing. Um, I'm so tired by then. And to do these live streams at night, that's why I've been having a hard time doing them. So I'm thinking about moving to the daytime when I do have the most energy. But I'm trying to figure out the best time to start it. You know, do I start it at like 9 in the morning, or do I wait and start it around 10 in the morning or 11? Um, I don't know if you guys have any feedback on that. If you guys have the time and want to jump in and listen or chat, whatever you want to do, I want to do it on the best times that you guys have available. You know, that you guys would be able to come in and chat for a while. Um, so yeah, I guess that's where I'm at. I don't know what's going on in the universe, if that's why I feel so worn out lately. And it seems to drag on. Like, it seems to be dragging on because I know I've been in this funk for like over 2 weeks now. And obviously, before that, I had the shingles, and that took a lot out of me. Maybe I'm still trying to recover from that because my forehead's still fucking. And I keep swearing. I gotta try to stop that. But my forehead is still numb where I had the shingles. Long-tailed camp in a room full of rockers. Big check to that. So I don't know. Do you guys have any idea what time? You know, do you guys have time during the day to chat it up, or your nights are open? I mean, I just before the Mandela effect, before the Mandela effect, I could not sleep at night. I could not sleep at night at all. I would be up all night long and I would sleep most of the day away. Now I'm kind of basically reverse that because I want to be in bed by 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I wake up at between 4 and 4:30 in the morning. So I kind of want to, you know, I don't want to. I'd rather be up at night, but I just can't do it. It's just too long. By the time I get done doing the stream, a nice decent stream for a couple hours, it's already 11 or midnight, and that's just 4 hours of sleep. Then I have to try to catch up on it the next day in the afternoon. Hey Floyd, what's going on, brother? So So throw some scripture out there, Floyd. We all definitely need to continue to pray. I think there's a lot of I see a lot of things coming down the line that we need to get prepared for. And as much as they say these some states are going against uh, the the sea, as much as they're going for the sea passports and saying that they will not enforce the sea passports in these certain states, and some states are jumping on the bandwagon. I see there's something going on with that, and I don't know yet. I think they're just playing the game right now and making it sound um like they're not going to do it, but then there's going to be some sort of false way coming down the road that's going to lock us all down again harder. Um, and I see there's just so much bullshit out there. This whole world is just so fake, and you gotta understand that. Um, there's nothing real real here. Of course, our family members we love and shit, but I'm talking about as far as jobs and stuff, people doing the same damn thing every day after day to earn this paper stuff. Uh, which you know, I think bartering is the best way to go myself. Um, I like to barter. I think I've been from a past time where you bartered a lot because I just I like the barter. I think that's the best way, and it's the most fair way. How can you put a price on certain things and people blow up their prices when we get tornado or something like that, and we get a shortage of something, and then they blow up the price on it. It's all fucking bullshit, and everybody's out to gouge everybody. I don't know. I'm just sick and tired of this fucking place. Sorry, I keep swearing, but I'm done. I'm just tired of this place. Really, Uh, so am I awesome? Yes, you are, Floyd. I am a pagan too. Blessings, blessings. I don't believe in the Bible. Oh, okay. I thought you did, Floyd. You're always talking about the Bible. I seen from Jesus Freak that there's another Mandela effect, another scripture that changed, and I can't think of it right off my. Anybody else watch Jesus Freak, Computer Geek, with that new passage in the Bible that changed? I sure would like to know whether these changes are for good or for bad. These changes, are they trying to tell us something? But I don't know what the changing the box cereal from Captain Crunch to Captain Crunch. What could that possibly be telling us? You know what I mean? If the changes are telling us something, I definitely don't get what that. And taking the sunglasses off of the sun on the Raisin Bran box. What I don't get it. And I got to figure this out. I gotta figure it out. Walter, I am God, smiley face. We are all divine in my uh, crayon notes. crayon notes. You good, Patrick. Cuss words will not melt me. All right. Um, like some people have a hard time believing that I could believe I could believe and have a relationship with Jesus Christ and swear. You know, that's their way in what their belief is. Um, Jesus, this is the way I feel. Whether I swear or not, Jesus Christ is still gonna love me. I mean, I have given my life over to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ has my soul. Um, and he is my king. So, and he knows that. So, a little bit of swear words coming out of my mouth is not going to stop him from loving me, you know. Which, we all struggle with that, but I truly believe it. He knows everything in my heart. He knows what I believe in. He knows my passion. And I have to sit here and tell myself that he knows, because I ask myself every day, you know, does he know how much I love him? Does he know how much I will back him? Does he know how much I will pick up the sword and fight with him? But he does. He knows. And maybe that's one of the reasons I'm here, because I know there's really no other reason I should be here. I should be one of the people that are asleep. Hello, Esther. Hello, Patrick. Love to you. You are so loved. Thank you, Esther. But I do remember, and I think that the Mandela effect has been going on our whole life. Because I do have memories after my first death. I was I think 14, and I remember back then McDonald's changing and John Deere, and I always thought it was a company change, so I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought when I remember when I first seen John Deere with that extra E on it, I just thought how stupid, how fucking stupid that is. I didn't see any meaning behind it, but so I know that it has been changing for a long time. I just didn't totally wake up to it until my second death in 2016. And I know that things have changed, but it's so hard to explain to people about it. And you see people, you can't get on the same basis with a majority of the people. You cannot get on the same base with them. And it's really hard to talk to anybody, to have any conversation, because they want to talk about what they've seen on TV, the Kardashians, or basketball or football, or the draft, or it's just meaningless subjects. It's just so hard to talk to people. It really is. The Anunnaki tablets is the real Bible, the perfect world for word. The Christian have the wrong Bible that explains the Mandela effect. Heart magnets are easy to read. You got a good heart, Patrick. Oh, thanks, Walter. Fact and paganism, we learn to not swear. We learn to have mature ways, seeking the real light with God, or with good wisdom, knowledge, and real truth of creation. Floyd, you are a different Floyd. See, Floyd is totally different. You I know you changed your thing too. Maybe I'm not talking. Maybe you are a different Floyd that I know. Um, yeah, you just talk really different, Floyd. You're welcome, Patrick. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Oh yeah, no problem. I'd rather share it with you guys than waste it. Than waste it on meaningless conversations with people. Of course, lately, the last few days, I really haven't felt like talking to anybody. I enjoy just being by myself right now. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of searching we gotta do. Lilith, the goddess, had worse death than Jesus. She got hung like meat by the head and went through the underworld. She did it for the enzyme and I think my goddess. Yeah, you definitely are a different Floyd. I thought you were a different. I thought you were somebody else. But welcome, Floyd. Um, I've never heard Floyd talk about any of this before. Wow. Wow, that's like a major Mandela effect. We have a new Floyd. Anybody else in chat recognize the way Floyd's talking? Is different. Well, the one at the end of her testimony, she is a true king. I have no idea who you're talking about, Floyd. So, anyways, where is Sharky? Oh, hey, Catherine. Where is Sharky and where is Joe Dirt and Rick and Rich? I'll tell you, so do you good? So I'm kind of already all talked out at 40 minutes. I'm tired, but hey, I want to talk to more people. I got the chat or the I don't know where Cammy is tonight. She must be working. You're loved, Patrick. My prayers are with you. Thanks, Esther. I appreciate that. So the link is in the chat if anybody wants to join me. Otherwise, we'll probably just have a chat session. I wish I could play some music, but they won't let me do that. Okay, it's my bedtime. I'll check out the replay in AM. All right, Jody, have a good night. Warm greetings from Plainwell, Michigan, Lady Catherine. Let's see. Well, maybe we can find something interesting on the net that I wanted to show you guys. And I'm supposed to have faster internet because I paid for the faster internet. There's everybody somewhere else on Brian Stabley's. I wonder why. Huh. This anybody ever watch GEW Jurastic Liars 26? Anybody ever hear of them? Jurastic. I will show him later, but I might as well just do the see if we can hear this guy. Let's see where we are here. Stream. Let's see if we got something interesting. Hey, propagate. I was a Christian. I'm not anymore, Patrick. It's me, Floyd. When did you switch over, Floyd? Here comes the real question. Blessings to you, brother Patrick. Thanks, Floyd. I still love you, no matter what Floyd you are. I still love you. I still care about you, man. I still want the best for you. But I don't recognize you. When did you switch over? It had to have been very recently. Okay, I'm gonna try to share this. Share screen. And it better work because I tell you, I knocked this baby up to 200. I don't know what they call it, megabytes or whatever. 200 of these babies. Share. So we'll see what this baby does. I should be able to hold more people and everything on this thing. Oh, what the heck? Okay, there we go. All right. So tell me how the audio is. Happy Naza bashing dreams, lady. Blessings. Okay, let's go and see what this guy. I like this guy, Impact Flex or whatever. Well, he's got a new name, Grease Monkeys. He keeps getting his other channels keep getting taken down. So, I'll mute myself for a second.
All right, cool. What's up, Scotland? Kelsey Kish, News Now Fort Worth is here. Diogo, Bahydrus, Tactical Peacock, Swamp.
It's not running any faster. I don't see. The first part that doesn't matter. Mandela effect at all. I can mind it just as well as all of you in here have freedom. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Floyd. You are talking a little bit different, but I'm just joking about it being a Mandela effect. Let's see if I can bring up. I don't know why that slowed the damn computer down so far. I'll be giving them a call tomorrow if this doesn't move any faster. This is crazy. Oh yeah, in a half hour you'll realize how fast you got it going. Yeah, it's not any faster. I think the system does that. It doesn't want you to show certain things. So, anyways, everybody must be out. It's Friday night. I wasn't. Well, I did notify everybody early on that I'd be on tonight, but I don't know how much anybody gets any early notifications. I think within that half hour. So sometimes I set it up way early. Let it hit the notification, and then I will change the time to later. And then I'd redo it again and hope to know. This time I didn't do that. I just set it up and was done with it. So I don't know if notifications went out early or not, but anyways, that's okay. Well, I just call it early night tonight. I mean, all I'm gonna do is just sit here and bitch about the mask. Fucking people wearing a fucking mask and getting the jab. And how much do you guys believe on whether the fucking magnets are really sticking to people? I mean, I want to find somebody who's got the shot. I've been looking for somebody who's gotten the shot that would try it. I've asked a couple people that got the shot, but they wouldn't do it. Which is probably good because I probably want to videotape it the time it happens, But we are all in free will. Yes. Yes, we are. I know the truth Christianity is Catholicism. Look up. Yeah, I know the Pope is the Antichrist, or he's a bad person. The whole Rome is all bad. I know it's all evil. I'm not calling myself a Christian either. I never ever call myself a Christian. Just because I believe that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior doesn't make me a Christian. I have other beliefs too. Like in the Bible, you're not allowed to believe in reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation. So I'm not a Christian. But if somebody was going to cut my head off, if somebody asked me the question, is Jesus Christ my Lord and Savior? Or they're going to cut my head off if I say I am, they're going to cut my head off. Of course, I'm still going to say, yes, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Cut my head off. And that's like, a lot of people think that this flu virus is real. It may be. I'm saying it's a heightened flu. It's a heightened flu. It's not anything different. It's a different strain of it, of course. But it's not anything. I've been watching videos of people calling funeral homes and asking them if 2020 was any different in any previous years, and they all these funeral directors said no, it's been about the same. So you tell me what are they doing with the bodies? Where are all the bodies for the pandemic? You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying is this hive mind has got people just do whatever whatever is told to them, or the first person that gets up and does something, they'll follow them that way. You know, people are followers. I try to raise my daughter not to be that way. You know, don't follow people. Don't you do your own thing. You do what you feel is in your heart. Don't go along just to get along. If you believe in something, you let people know you believe in that. I mean, you're not gonna like everybody. Everybody's not gonna like you. So, Sharky saying hi, just getting here, been on phone and doing dishes, and need to pressure cook some chicken. Pressure cook some chicken. Sharky. Catherine, some people say COVID is a great delusion. Do you guys think it is? Oh yeah, I definitely do. I, I mean, where have you ever seen the whole world do the same thing at once? You know, get on board with the same thing. The whole world. Yes, I believe it's I mean, I believe it is the great delusion because it's the whole fucking world that's going through this. And there's only so many of us that are awake that are gonna fucking stand up and say no. I just hope it's enough. You know, I hope it's enough to turn this around, but we all know it's not. No new graves in my little town since 2016. Basically, it's musical chairs with tombstones moving around in here, not there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this person was calling all over the United States to funeral homes, talking to the funeral director, and none of them, not one said they had a difference in body count. So I mean, and if people that believe in this would only do their research, but we're not able to get through them. You notice on your phone or whatever, for things that pop up are only things that you believe in. There will never, by algorithm, they will not throw you something in there that you have not looked up yourself or been interested in. Not one thing. But our human minds work differently. We will notice something that we have never been interested in and try it. You know what I'm saying? Is we will take on that, but a majority of people won't. They won't because they just listen to what's coming out of the uh, tell a lie tube, you know, boob tube. Yo, boob tube, the Television. Yes. That is definitely the best word for it is Television. Because that's all they do is lie. I watched this last shooting. I'm not gonna say whether anybody got killed or anything. But I honestly I don't hear anybody talking about it, but I honestly think it's a false flag. It's another thing to try to get rid of the guns, you know. But this is why I think it's a false flag. Because I watched the newscast I watched them talk to a grieving woman who just lost her husband. She is breaking down. She's breaking down, but there's not a tear coming out of her eyes. Not only that, her eyes aren't even red from previous crying, because before you do that, you have to get yourself under control because you're still all broken up. You've been crying for over 24 hours. You can't tell me your eyes are not going to be red. And she looked plain as a ghost, and she tried to throw a couple tears out at the end. You can see her eyes start to water up, but no tear ever made it out. These are all actors. I mean, I wish people would, understand this. Is that you have to look at the whole newscast and the governments as a production theater type thing, because they do own everything. They own it all. So they can set up these movie like scenes to make something look like a mass shooting or a demolition like 9/11, and people need to get it through their thick skull that they're being played. You guys are being played. Look closer at the grieving people that are supposed to have lost. Oh yeah, I know some of you guys are gonna say I'm cold-hearted. No, I'm not cold-hearted. I have a lot of compassion, and I can feel, not only see, I can feel whether that person has a passion. Like if she was really teared up and crying and she really lost somebody, I would be able to feel that. I'm telling you guys, I would be able to feel it, and I'm not getting any feeling from it, nor am I getting the visual. There's no tears in her eyes. She's not red around the eyes. She's an actress. What do you call them? Crisis actors. Yeah, crisis actors. So I've almost been talking an hour, and Eamon Dalmau played like the 52 pickup. The Great Delusion, yeah, exactly. Those who are Christians. Hi, the Nut House. What's scary, Patrick? My super smart people are super. My super smart people are fooled, which is actually extremely scary. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, that and these fucking politicians, they're going along with the script. Yeah, I don't know if they're all bought and paid for. Or they're just being fooled. But they are taking I mean, yeah. I mean, the Bible even says that even the elect will be fooled. So I don't know what the elect is, who the elect are, but don't be a follower, be a leader. Exactly. Look past what is real. Supposedly look at what you have experienced. It's not real. None of this. Change is normal or not normal here. Way, way beyond. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Yeah. Hey, Chappelle, welcome. Hey, Peanut. Neat name. That house visited you for 9 days. On the third day, Med hold the night Neil dropped the mic. on me. Nice, Jill. I am as ever been in my attempt at humor. It is very nice to meet you. So yeah, I can see it for what it is, and I mean, it is like pretty comical for me to watch the news or even shows nowadays. You can tell. I mean, the actors in the shows nowadays are like very bad. Either very bad or I just can see through it, and TV is just not the same for me anymore. Um, not that I watch a lot of it. I mean, I don't have cable or anything, but you get the stuff on your phone, and I watch that, and it's just these people in the morning, like Good Morning America, and they're all their makeup, and they have to be all perfect. You know what I mean? I like people as they are and who they are. I don't like fake people. I can't stand fake people. Um, we have we do have a guest coming into the show. I think most of you know who he is. Welcome, Propagate This Light. Hey,
Thank you.
Propagate. One.
Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for the introduction. What's up to the chat? How you doing?
Doing all right. I've been talking for the last hour on how I'm doing. How are you doing?
I'm just trying to keep things moving steady. When the wind blows, just trying to keep my sails up, so to speak. I'm going through some things as well, but I just try to stay in the positive lane. And not try to swerve too much. You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell us a little bit about what your beliefs are? As far
What
as
my
religion?
beliefs are in reference to
whether you believe in any one religion or do you believe in God? What do you believe in?
Sorry about that. I was responding to the chat. Yeah. What's up, Chappelle and Shark the Khan? I just had to say what's up. And Catherine, what's up? And Peanuts in the chat, I think. Okay, so your question.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Sorry. Okay, so what was your question again? I'm so sorry. I lost focus there. Nice hat, Pat.
Thank you. The Cubbies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
I asked you what do you believe in? Do you believe in any one religion? Do you believe in just God? Do you believe in Jesus? Do you or do you just believe in an orange as your higher power?
Do I believe in one religion? Wow. All I know for myself is I do believe in the capital God. God. And you said Jesus. Yeah, I've accepted the Holy Spirit into me a long time ago. I'm definitely. I don't want to say I believe in God because I look at it like this. God is my what I call God is my best friend. Is one of my best friends, right? So it's kind of like to me saying that, do I believe in my best friend? I know my best friend, right? So, and if you accept God into your heart, I think the belief will be at the beginning of it, but then when you accept God into your heart, you should know God. That's what I will say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent
right.
point.
Right.
Yeah, I totally believe that my words should have been that. You know, obviously, uh, I don't know how I said it, but yeah, I do. I guess I did say a lot that I believe in Jesus Christ. I do have Jesus Christ in my heart, and I have a good relationship with Him, and I believe that He's just like I said before, that He's just not gonna let love me because I'm throwing a few swear words out there. I mean, I understand that people take that offensive, and I try not to do it. But it's my fucking nature. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
How about you, Prop?
Yeah. For a long time, I thought Christ was Jesus's last name because I've always heard people use that. Jesus Christ this and Jesus Christ that, and it's been promoted in
Yeah.
movies that I've seen, heard, or whatever. And like you said earlier about being a robot, I guess you can say, I was guilty of that a little bit back in the day when I didn't know any better. I was just going off of the programming that's being put out there. And it takes a lot to get past that. And I'm still working on myself as well now. But yeah. So then I read and I did some studying, and then I came across, okay, Jesus the Christ. His followers called him the Christ. What do you think about that?
I'm sorry. I was reading some of the chat, trying to catch up on what were you saying?
Oh yeah, we can catch
Believe
up.
in what?
Well, Mandela Mouse says the world will never end. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't. This world will ever end. I believe it's a pretty young one, and I believe that even if we weren't here, uh, it would grow like you know, it would be okay. Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna end. I think as far as the world getting to a certain point of blowing up and mass extinction is on its way. I believe that has already started, and I don't think they're going to get rid of us all, but uh, a good majority of us are supposed to fall. But like I said, I put my trust in Jesus, so I mean, whatever is going to happen, I bring it on. Let's do it. I'm tired of waiting, so I don't know. I don't think it's going to end. So that's my simple answer as far as that goes.
Oh, okay.
How about you, Pop?
Well, I would say if anything is headed towards an undesirable direction, I would say that. Well, I would say I would impose that. I think that people should just go ahead and lean on the positive as much as they can, and try to get the light out. Spread the love, the positivity. Therefore, even if everything physically ended, everything that's physical ended, we're helping to send people to the right place after everything is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully us, the individuals, will go there as well. But I don't want to leave from here angry or mad. You know what I mean? It's like it's not a good vibration.
Floyd says I have Nostradamus known the world does not end like Catholicism. That says it will. The real new age is good, but first the evil age takes over. With Delma, I know him. He was Nostradamus for me. No, Nostradamus. Where did she say that again? Delma said Nostradamus. And Floyd says Nostradamus. Yeah, I believe it. Mandela Mile. It sounds more like Mandela Mile. 2020 website is a guess that I do not know this 2020 website. Okay, so we're gonna have a new guest. 2020 website. I have no idea who he or she is. So let's welcome 2020 website on the show.
Hey guys.
If we can bring him or her in. Or did I freeze?
Not a her.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
Welcome 2020 website.
Hey, how's it going? Not a her though.
Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I could hear you. There's distortion coming through, I believe, on your end.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you're getting pretty distorted, Patrick. But we can try this, I guess.
Okay. Otherwise, I can go and come back in real fast if you don't mind. Propagate talking to 2020 website.
Sounds a little clearer.
Who is this 2020 website? Who are you? Are you Crunchy B?
Am I what?
What's your name?
Oh, you can call me Chris.
Okay. You sound familiar. Have you been on here before under a different name?
Not on your show. I call around different shows. I didn't see any. I saw you was looking for live streams tonight. I saw yours was up, so I've never really talked to you. So thought I might try since you're up this late. But I heard you guys talking about different sort of different religions or different viewpoints on that, and
yeah,
I just thought I'd raise a question about that.
Yeah, hold on. Why don't you guys talk for a minute while I jump out? I'll jump back in. All right.
I think if you jump out, won't it cut off stuff?
No, you two will still be able to talk. You guys will be the same. I'll be right back.
So, Propagate Light. I'm also, I guess, part of the, you could say, the Mandela Effect community. So you were talking about, what you believed in and so forth and so on. And I've thought about this question a lot. When you wake up to the changes, right? And my particular, what really affects me or really impacts me more than anything is actually the Bible changes. That's kind of what I really focus on. But what I've often said about those of us that are going through the Mandela effect is that it's my belief that when you wake up to the Mandela effect, you go really two paths. One path draws you closer to Jesus, and one path draws you further away from Jesus. And I was wondering what you guys might think of that statement, because that's what I see more or less happening in the community.
What about the Mandela effect do you think is drawing those people that are going the other direction from Jesus? What do you think is triggering that?
Well, I don't think you really can answer that, because that's up to them people's opinions why it's drawing them away. I guess maybe he could answer what he thinks.
Well, I'm asking you guys what you think, if that's a true statement, or if you have an opinion about that.
Well, I mean, I do believe that some people have gone a different way. I mean, there are some people that fully believe in this V that's going around, that it's a deadly pen. I mean, I had this person literally tell me when it first started, like 3 or 4 months into it, that I was actually killing people from my YouTube videos, because she believes so hardly in that, and she's Mandela affected. And so she completely went right off the rails. So I see that, but I personally don't know what made her go that way, or made any of the other ones go that way.
Right, but I'm asking you though, like, how does that apply to your ideas?
What was it? Ask the whole thing.
When you wake up to the Mandela effect, my thought is, when you wake up to the Mandela effect, and this is to basically anyone could ask themselves this question. When you wake up to the Mandela effect, I believe it either draws you closer to Jesus or further away from Jesus, and those are paths that you begin to embark on. And I'm wondering what you guys think about that.
Well, I know for me, it definitely brought me closer to Jesus. I mean, the way I see things, what I believe the Mandela effect is a miracle, really, because I'm seeing stuff that a lot of people don't get to see and don't understand it. Which, I mean, I don't quite understand the full effect of it either, but I do believe it brought me closer to God and Jesus, because of the spiritual, because of it being different reality. I mean, because I see it changing. I know there's something else out there. I know there's got to be the way, because if this isn't real and this keeps changing, that's a miracle. That's phenomenal.
But what's particularly, I think, what's particularly pointed, you could say, about that question is, does it bring you closer to Jesus? Not necessarily. I mean, I believe God and Jesus are the same, but I'm saying my question was not, does it bring you closer to God or further away from God? Specifically, closer to Jesus or further away from him? Because, the question of closer to God or further away from him, that can be, I think that's a much easier question to answer, I think, for most of us in the community, because many of us tend to have a multitude of ideas of who God is. But that's why I'm saying my view is that it's more about drawing you closer to Jesus or further away from him. And I'm just curious what you guys think about that.
I feel that it's good if a person is drawn closer to God through the Mandela effect, because they're probably noticing that there are signs, and I've heard people say that these are signs from God. So
I mean,
sorry, hello. Sorry
Are you
about
done,
that.
Harvey?
No, my microphone. Sorry about that. I don't know where I stopped at, but I would say that what I've heard most of is people being drawn closer to God through the Mandela effect. I haven't heard the ones that are drawn the other direction, or taken the other direction. If that makes any sense.
No, I hear you. I think it's an easier question when you say drawn closer to God. I'm saying specifically Jesus is the question here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's drawn us closer. I don't know what more do you I don't quite understand what you're asking, really. I mean, I said it brought me closer to Jesus.
Right.
Is there something else you're looking for?
No, I mean,
That's all.
I've gotten a variety of different answers, I guess. So I was just curious about yours. Um,
Did I answer it the way? I mean, did I answer it? Did I satisfy it? I mean,
sure.
I don't. I mean, I gave a long version of it the first time, and it didn't seem like you that I answered your question. So this time I gave a shorter version of yes. So did that answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's that's perfectly reasonable. I mean, I don't know. I just like I said, I've heard a different variety, a wide variety of answers. I mean, I think a lot of us.
Tell us the answers you heard.
Well, I've heard, because what I think what we tend to think of is it draws us closer to God, and our idea of God. Everyone's got a different idea of God, and that's the part that the variety of answers comes from. Some people believe that God is within, and there is this sort of manifestation of Him that we come to realize uh, when we wake up to the Mandela effect, and we get a sort of a closer connection to the internal version of God, you could say, the representation of God inside of us. Others might say, no, it's not about God. It's not that we're being drawn closer to God. We're getting drawn closer to like an energy force, or we're waking up to an energy force. Others are saying that, it's not about Jesus. It's about consciousness. I mean, I just heard like a million answers. So I just was wondering about what you guys thought about that. Um, you know, People have, I think, very unique and uh, uh, very unique and personal explanations of what that manifestation is, right? That force, you could say. And so I figured it was an interesting question to ask, since we never really talked before. Hello? Seems like it got stuck.
Okay, I'm back, and we lost Pat.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that was very interesting that you asked that question. To be honest, I didn't really know how to answer it. Um, but obviously, you said you've been to streams where people were, giving answers, on that question.
Well, I've seen
It's interesting.
comments, and I've been on streams where I've raised that question, and not really vocally. I've seen it in like more in comments. I think I have asked it vocally before, and there's always a wide variety of answers. So I figure
Right,
it's a good one to ask,
right.
for an open topic. Um,
Exactly, right. Are you one that believes that God is within,
um,
or also within?
well, um, yes. Well, yeah, actually, um, yeah, I think I could say that in the broadest sense. Yes, I think that our um, our relationship with God is definitely a spiritual one, and the location of it, um, where God is can't be pinpointed necessarily in the brain or in the heart or anywhere. I think our relationship is with our spirit, with our communion with Him happens in the spirit. Um, so is that within, or is the spirit? Are we connected to our spirits that are somewhere else? like, you know, is there like a cord from our body to our spirit that is somewhere else? Is that within? I'm not sure. I mean, within could mean a number of things for different people. I don't necessarily. Maybe I would say it's attached. Like we are attached to him through our spirit. And whether or not that's within our physical bodies, maybe might be more unknown than we think. Maybe we're attached to our bodies somehow. Our spirits are attached to our bodies somehow, but maybe our communion with him is happening elsewhere. I've heard the expression of what is it, like a cord that we attaches ourselves to our spirits somewhere else. There's a term.
Silver cord.
Silver cord, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some truth to that. Does that mean what, you know, if I were to take that view, would that mean from within? I don't know. But in my particular view, I believe that communion with God is really enabled through Jesus. Though that's kind of where I might diverge. I think true communion with God and true knowledge of him can only happen through knowing Jesus. So it's not like he's in all of us, I would say. I think we all have the ability to commune with him, but we are not all necessarily communing with him by default. I think we all have the opportunity to, but it's not like we are already in that state without knowing Jesus. That's my
Right.
my view on it, and I come from, as you might guess, a Christian viewpoint, which comes from Scripture. But I think that true fellowship with God only happens through Jesus. And so for me, when I asked that question at the beginning, when I woke up, I felt being drawn closer to Jesus.
Right.
I don't know. That's kind of a long-winded answer, but
No, that's okay. I understand. I believe that first off, the silver cord, that's talked about a lot with people that have had out-of-body experiences, which I've had, but I've never seen a silver cord. I'm still a beginner in it, I would say, but I've had out-of-body experiences, and I do know that there is another side. So it'll be crazy for me even at this point to be like, hey, there is no God, and one of my experiences, and this goes into what you were saying, one of my experiences was actually being able to see another version of myself while I was out of my body, and I didn't understand it. And I would share that I was able to know what this being was thinking. I was able to see and feel everything that it was doing. I'm saying it, but it was another version of myself. But anyway, long story short, I realized that was what people call the higher self. And I feel that the higher self is the in-between you as the human person, or in between me as the human person and God as well. I'm still learning. I don't have all the answers, but I feel that that's the in-between right there. And God, I don't know what God is, like technically, but I feel that us as being a spiritual being, we are a part of that. Like God is, I guess you could say in so many words, a spiritual being, I guess you could say. And if God is our Father, it makes sense that, okay, us being a spiritual being, we're a part of something else, and God's the head of that. So we are connected, and like you said, I think that if you don't, if you say, hey, I believe in, Jesus was here and he died for our sins, yes, that's going to open up the doorway for you to, receive more from that, from that side of things, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think for those of us that are awake, and really, not necessarily exclusively, but I would say if we're not snowed, I would say that if those that are awake to Mandela effect and they're still denying that there is a God, I would say that those people are kind of they're not really getting the bigger picture here. I would say most of us who are seriously thinking about this experience have come to the realization more than anything that there has to be a God if this is going on. So the question that I like to kind of investigate, though, in the community whenever that opportunity arises is, okay, so we kind of on the same page as realizing there's a God here involved, especially through the evidence really of the Mandela effect. It's almost undeniable. But my question is, okay, but what about, the multitude of ideas of God? How does that fit into the question? And what does it say about Jesus in that equation as well? And the reason I think it's really important and interesting is because there were a number of scriptures that explained kind of the exact experience that we're going through. And I find that, not that I ever doubted the veracity of the scriptures, but the it's almost like the confirmation of them through the Mandela effect it's amazing. And one of the ones that really stands out to me is there's a passage, and I'll be paraphrased. I don't have all these memorized, but there's a passage that describes Jesus as the solid rock on which to stand, right? And
right.
That sounds real, almost church. That really kind of sounds churchy in a lot of in a normal context, but once you've woken up to Mandela effect, it has a whole new meaning, because what many of us have realized that are in this experience is that literally time and space are malleable. Everything is dissolved now in a way and recombined in a different way. So that tells us that reality is literally malleable to the very atomic structure. And so literally the ground we're standing on is not solid, right? So that verse has a whole new meaning for me and others that come from my perspective, you could say. And there's like numerous scriptures like that I've kind of rediscovered through the Mandela effect experience to have a whole new meaning.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, looks really sunny where you're at. Are you on the other side of the world?
The inside of my house.
Okay.
And it's
like-
sunny in there. I
looks
have
like-
grow bulbs in there, so that's
look-
why it looks sunny.
Yeah, it looks like
I
light
came
coming through the
on
window.
because I heard Pat earlier talking about he's not sure if the shots are magnetic. Well, you can go to my YouTube channel and watch the video of me testing my son's arm because he got his shot on Tuesday and I wanted to find out. So I took a video. Yes, it does.
Nice.
I stuck his Yoda magnet to his arm and I prove it on there. I show that it falls off all around it, but the moment you put it on it, it sticks. And I did it that way just to prove it so that everybody wouldn't say, well, it was sticky. Well, no, because why didn't it stick anywhere else? It's only 17 seconds long, so I just took one little quick clip. But yeah, I'm like, asked his permission first if I could take the video. So I'm like, yay. Then he asked what that meant, and I didn't want to freak him out, so I told him that meant that he had superpowers and he's magnetic, but just right there.
He's Magneto.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he said. I'm like, I don't know how that's going to be useful to only have it right there, but that's up to you. It's your superpower. Use it wisely.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I've got to really start looking into exactly what part of that made that happen. But it was funny because I happened to mention it to my boss's sister, who also worked at the store, and showed her the quick video. And she went, oh, that's interesting. And this morning, my boss comes whipping around the corner. I want to see this video. So I showed it to my boss, too. Just thought she may want to know. I go, I have no idea what it means. This is all I know is that it is magnetic. And I just left it at that.
So welcome, Sharky. Welcome, Chris. Welcome, Amy.
I'm still horribly blocked, and then one of my browsers decides it doesn't want StreamYard to use my microphone or my camera. And no matter how many times I tell it can, it says no. So I've now set to my other browser on my phone as my default browser, and that's the one I'm using. Screw them.
You know, I like I wrote you, I was like, I could see your comment on my video, but I couldn't find your comment even on my YouTube studio. So I had to write you to let you know. I don't know what's going on here, but that kind of stuff has been happening over the last few years, and all of a sudden, you know, when I look back on things, I find comments.
They blocked me.
Huh?
I only recently started joining streams, and on my very first stream, they started blocking me. So that's how much YouTube likes me.
Yeah, I mean, I have only blocked like one dude, and you know, it's very weird. I had talked to this dude on the phone, and then he got all fucking strange and fucking crazy, and other people fucking knew about this guy.
Go and come back, maybe.
Okay. But, you know, this dude was wanting to send me, like, dick pictures and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And, like, you know, and I thought he was a normal dude. And I don't care. I'm not saying normal in that way. I just thought. But it got weird. And I think he was a spy, basically, sent into different groups. And he performed his function and probably got paid money, you know, to do his function. And but it, you know, this is a few years back, like maybe 3 years ago now.
I had the urge to say welcome to how every woman feels, because like I can't tell you how many unsolicited pictures I've been sent.
Yeah, but
hey, we were talking about God and Jesus and stuff, not dick pics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to talk about the, you know, just a little bit, you know, about the fuckery and how the system fucking somehow throws fucking fuckery at you, but you like, fuck it, you know. But I can't talk to Cammie because her comment is not even on my video, but it's on a part of my phone. But I know Cammie, I love Cammie, and it's like I can't even reply back to Cammie because it does not appear. So I had to go to her video to you know to say, hey, I'm sorry, you know. But that kind of stuff has happened to all of us over the last 3-4 years. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off on an aspect of that part of it, but somehow we got to talking about.
I want to say hi to Wolf is here, Brendan Mitchell, the Nut House, Peanut, Chappelle, Floyd, Bill, Walter. Yeah, we can hear Cammie, Chris. On the panel is Chris, Cammie, Sharky, and myself. Now Chris just dropped out. I don't know why.
Where'd Chris go? I was really listening to him.
I told her I could hear. But let's see who else. Texas Danny's here. So Chris, if you want to come back on. We will give you the time to talk. I know that she's real soft, or her camera is like really soft, but
Her microphone is quiet. What I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I had
do is
some-
mute my mic when she
No.
wants to speak, and then that way she'll not be interrupted with traffic and sirens.
had some things that was
and I don't know what.
I had some things that were rolling
Yeah.
through my head about 30 minutes ago when I tried to get on, but when I actually got on, you left, Patty, and then so I sat in the background, and then I kind of forgot what my points were. I was thinking about.
Can y'all hear me now?
Had something to do with when we look in the mirror and with Jesus and God, and but and when you
Yes,
look in the
I
mirror and you don't recognize yourself, but recognizing God or
Yeah, we can hear you.
Jesus. So it had some weird stuff to do with that, in a strange sort of way.
Yeah.
Had a good point, but I got lost in a mix.
Yeah, Kristen, when you want to talk, you just gotta try to jump in there.
No, I didn't know if my mic was working before.
Yeah, I didn't hear you until the end. I didn't hear you until the end, and then you dropped out. So.
Oh,
I wanted
Patty,
to ask
we can hear.
Cammy. I wanted to ask Cammy, how long after that happened did she take the video, and has she tried to see if it was still magnetic?
Oh, I wish I was close enough to try again. I tried it probably 5 hours after he had the shot.
Okay.
And what shot is that? Johnson or Mandura, whatever it's called? Pfizer?
well, Johnson Johnson. The last time I saw wasn't even spelled Johnson and Johnson. Sunny 3 pointed that out to me. I'm like, Johnson Johnson kind of popped up, and then she's like, "This isn't Johnson and Johnson. What am I reading here?" And wasn't Johnson and Johnson. So I don't know if you want to try to look up a video, or not a video, but maybe a picture of that. But it didn't say Johnson and Johnson. But everybody keeps talking about like Johnson and Johnson. It wasn't spelled like that. And I think that's a timeline, fucking warping
Sort of. It's
mechanism.
also because all the corporations commingle with all the other corporations. So when they need to
Yeah.
hide a name, they use a co-company name so it doesn't sound as bad, and people will do it because nobody trusts their parent name.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with all
There's
the
a lot of
sides
that
of it.
being
Yeah,
said.
I agree with all the sides of it. I mean, it's like, anything, you just change the name and it makes the thing.
Try to talk to the people all day long, and everybody just, well, I get the flu shot every year and nothing ever happened to me. I'll be
It's
just
not a
fine.
flu shot. It's
Like,
not
well,
even a
they get the flu every
vaccine.
year because they get the
Right.
flu shot from the flu every year. They get a little reaction from it, so they actually suffer from the flu.
But
I said
it's
it's a
not.
guaranteed way to get the flu because you have to put up with it for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
And most of the
I-
flu last about 48 hours, so you're pretty much getting the flu. So it's pretty much like signing up to on purposely get the flu instead of maybe getting the flu.
Well, what they have
Right.
shown is you are volunteering to take an experimental anything. I don't really want to be talking about this kind of crap because it'll probably get Patty taken out. But it's a volunteer basis. Now, if you go in the Marine Corps, you basically volunteer yourself, and then they own your ass, and you get through that shit. And if you make it out alive, good for you. And then you're fucked up the rest of your fucking life, no matter what fucking experiences you've been through. But it's a volunteer basis. Nobody covers volunteer things. You volunteered. You got it. Suck it up. We're not going to give you fucking money, and we're not going to give you fucking anything else. You volunteered, suffer the consequences. You were an experiment. That's what you signed up for. Thank you. Get the fuck out. Move along. Move along. Move along. You know, I hate it. It's just so place as fuck. I don't understand nothing about this place. I'm sorry. I don't need to be negative, but I can be weird.
So far hasn't had any other real bad symptoms other than a sore arm, and he felt queasy the next day. But
Yeah.
then that went away, and he's been good after that. But I'm monitoring him. That's all I can do.
That's all you can do.
I'm just was
I
wondering
explained
if
it to him, and
anybody
he
had
wanted.
tried
Well,
it.
he didn't want it. He wouldn't have got it, except for he has a friend who's got an immune compromised wife who won't let anybody in the house unless they're fully
Well,
vaccinated. And
now
so
You're glad.
Tammy, don't take
Tammy,
me
you're good.
wrong. For some of the people, I mean, which we, if I look and how many woulda, coulda, probably did deaths I've had, and I've been shifting sideways every time this time
oh
around.
yeah. Well,
So
that's
everybody else has to be in the same sort of a category. So there is no death. Death is not death, but it's just how you want to experience
Yes.
this
Well, that's how I
fucking
see it
play
anyway.
of the
It still
video
won't be
game.
bad though, because like he's really the only reason why I'm sticking around. So
Yeah,
it'll be really
yeah.
hard to have motivation to stay here.
What did you say, Chris? A while ago back.
No, I was just wondering if anybody had tried to see if they were magnetic, like days, weeks,
Well, I'm gonna check the next time I visit him.
because that'd be
I gotta find somebody that's gotten the shot
Who,
to ask them to do it for me.
Chris, who was on earlier? I thought it was Chris, and there was a male bully. Am I fucking
that
crazy,
wasn't
or
me.
is it two different Chris's? I mean, who was talking about Jesus and God? And
I think
where'd
that was Propagate.
no, Propagate was talking to somebody. I thought was named Chris.
His name
Who is
was
that guy?
2020 Web.
I don't know if I shifted
His
or
name
what.
was Chris.
So-
Yeah, his name. You're right,
Okay,
his
just
name
making
was
sure.
Chris.
Just making sure, because this like threw me off. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so I've got to switch up who I'm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris here. I'm sorry. But I stay weird, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Well, when your group gets big enough, names are gonna overlap. It's just how it
What-
works.
Yeah, when my
Unless you have a
what?
very unique name.
You know how many
Hey,
nicknames
Brenda
I've been called?
Oh,
Hi, Brenda, Chappelle, guys,
both
for
Cammy and Sharky. Alien Pro Master is here. Looking
I
for you
messaged
too.
everybody. I emailed you, Pat. I was trying every way to get a hold of somebody to say, drop a link. So my poor phone was acting up, and by the time I got a section to try, it had disappeared the link, and I couldn't get back to it. And I'm like, I need a link. Then it still was
Yeah.
blocked, so I just ended up switching
No.
which browser is my default
Right.
browser, and now I'm using Chrome, which I didn't want to use,
Well,
but
I-
I'm using it because it's not
When I
blocked.
called the internet today, I upgraded to I guess my internet was 50. What I don't know what they call it, megabytes or whatever. So, streaming. And so I upgraded it to 200. I asked her if that would be significant to run a few video, side tabs in the process of doing the live streaming. Oh, yeah. Wait 30 minutes and you'll have the fastest internet you ever seen. Yeah. It hasn't changed a bit. Matter of fact, it's even crashed on me. What the...
I just worked out, I can't, me and live, I got my little phone here, right? But then I got my tablet here, so I can't I'm not very good at trying to do chat, and my attention is here, but it'll get diverted because I've got a very small attention span. So I'm like, what the fuck? And I try to read. I'm like, okay. And I try to type, and then I'm like, shit. I'm on the live, so what the fuck am I can't. I'm just letting everybody know I'm not a multitasker. You know, I'm not a I'm the worst multitasker in the world. Just say it. So if anybody writes me in the chat, and I'm looking over here, I've got no clue. Okay. And then I hate listening to myself the next day too. So it's like, do I really want to go back on that track? Do I really want to hear what I was saying then? Sometimes yes, sometimes not. But you know, Patty was here. You know, Patty sees how I wake up in the mornings. I'm like, biscuits and gravy. Look, let me make Patty some shit that's gonna fucking block his arteries. You know, maybe make some spam and some fucking biscuits and gravy and eggs. And we need a big breakfast. And we need coffee, lots of coffee. And well, let's find some weed somewhere around here. You know, we gotta fucking figure this shit out so we can fucking maneuver. And it's funny, but it's fun. So.
Hey, Sharky, remember when I went to go get to take a shower, so I went out to go get my towel and my shampoo and everything. And I asked you before I even walked up.
Blue towel, right? Blue towel.
Yeah, but I went to go get the towel and everything. I came back in, and I was talking to Sharky about, you know, the night before we were talking about. I forgot to roll my windows up. I asked him, "Do you think it would be okay?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, there ain't nothing that's gonna get in there. Nobody's gonna steal anything. There's no animals gonna get in there."
Nothing.
So when I go out in the morning to go get towel and stuff, extra changes, and vehicle, that was really cool. I was like, "Holy shit, wow!" So I go back in, and I was talking to Sharky for a little bit. And I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot something." So I went back out in the truck, and here there's a bird in my truck flying, and I'm like, "Holy fuck!" I start opening all the doors to try to get that bird out of there. I'm like, "How?" The synchronicities have been off the wall ever since, you know, the Mandela effect has hit.
Patty, you saw the towels I had at my house, right? This is actually a really good towel. I had one of these. It's blue, and I thought you asked me about a blue towel. And all of a sudden, about a few weeks, well, actually a couple months ago, I guess by now, this time flies by so fast. But I put the towel right there, and then I'll wake up and I'll grab the towel and go take my shit to the bathroom, take a shower, come back out. So I got up, I didn't see the towel there. I went to the dryer and pulled out the blue towel. I went in and took my shit, it came out, and went to put the blue towel on there, and the blue towel's there. And I don't know if I made a video on it. I damn sure told Sonny at 3 about it, and somebody else, and I took some pictures, and I'm like, the fucking tags are the same. I've got 2 of these fucking blue towels now. Like I've talked about doubles, like I've talked about, a lot of these doubles that seem to happen in my little weird space. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You must have
But
thought
I'm grateful. It's not like you can't.
You wanted a blue towel, and so another one manifested.
I can't money comes in here or there, but sometimes it comes in, and sometimes it don't, but things manifest, but in the weirdest ways, and I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And Sonny, was like, well, keep an eye on it because it might disappear. And I've had that shit happen before. with
I've had some
silverware and
people here
stuff
and
like
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
So I know maybe I got your blue towel and I shifted to where your Patty, your blue towel got left here, but it's the same exact blue towel as I've got. I know maybe I got your towel, man. Don't really know.
Towels, but I sure hell didn't gain any.
Yeah, it's just the funniest things,
Yeah.
So they're promising
That was a-
we're going to be able to lose the masks everywhere July.
That's time the reptilians all
So
eyeballs change.
that's after
know,
disclosure.
that's-
so that's
yeah.
after
I
the
showed-
aliens come
I
down.
think
We're going to get to lose the masks.
I think
But
I was
I'm like,
worked
a
on.
month is a long time for them to change their mind. I mean, they told us 2 weeks for the other crap, and we're still waiting for that to lift. So a month away could be a long time
Yeah,
still.
but
So
Well, I
until it
think
happens,
if
I'm gonna hold my
everybody
breath.
gets-
But I'm
everybody
excited
gets
that they've
the
got a
jab,
timeline.
I think I was worked on
as long
last
as they get
night.
the jab, right? As long as they get the jab, everybody gets to lose
It's
the
not
mask.
mandatory here. They're happy with the
What, the
majority.
jab or-
I think there's going to be consequences later, I'm sure, but
Yeah,
they seem to be
not
happy with
probably
taking
Yeah.
can't,
Just
have
send
sex.
everybody up.
and they're doing more and more crazy things to get them to do it. I mean, there's the lotteries. I think that's hilarious that people haven't realized if they need to get a lottery so you could win millions just to get you to do it. Do you think you should do it?
When I was a young one, right, and I went to college, and then all of a sudden my fucking teeth went bad, and I had it was like, there was the back ones, right, the what do you call them, wisdom teeth, and those are there for a reason, because they're wisdom, right? And I had one, and the other one was kind of hurting on top, and I'm like, take all 4 of them motherfuckers out. So they took them all out, and then, I had the fucking little squeegee. I was squeegeeing them and stuff like that. And then, later, now, most humans aren't born with wisdom teeth, and that's a fucking strange thing in itself. But, shit. Losing my fucking point. Wisdom teeth led to something else. It led to something else. I was going to talk about it. Led to something else, and I done fucking lost it. So, never mind. Sorry.
I've done that.
And
lost
Brenda,
it.
and Brenda
There's a point that not supposed to be
Yeah,
made here.
man.
So.
You waste a
it
lot
had
of
something
energy.
do with my testicles, and so along that time, I had something happen with my testicles. All right, now this isn't perverted, but this is just the thing, right? So I'm out of school, right? I was a virgin till fucking like fucking. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. Anyhow, so forget that story. But yeah, so at the same time I realized I had these other problems, and under Dad's medical insurance, I still I graduated in '91, so I was in college, and then I had these other tests done, and they're like, oh yeah, well you got a thing in your sac, right? That your veins, you've got way too many veins in your sac, and it could cause problems having a baby. Now, as a, say, 21-year-old, not even 21, I wasn't able to drink then, 19-year-old, and still in the beginnings of playing around, I didn't know what to think about that. I didn't know if it was a blessing or if it was a curse, because I'm thinking, well, if you're going to play around, you don't want to be, popping babies out all the time.
What are we even talking about? What are we even talking
I'm talking about weird absurdities through the timelines. I guess.
How do we
So,
keep?
maybe I just need to shut the fuck up. I need to shut the fuck up because probably too much.
No, you don't have to shut up. We need to.
It's absurd. And I'm trying to get back to where, I was at a point when all the women around me seem to have C-sections because babies were not being born naturally. But here, where we are here, the bones have changed. The hips are broader. You've got birthing hips all over the place. Birthing hips, And so that was a thing that was going away, but here it popped back into, and so a lot of women can have the
Are
babies.
you back to this?
Huh?
I said, are you back to the ball thing? You're back on there after I tried to veer you off there. You went directly right back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Birthing hips, but it's like they are a thing here, and every woman has them, and it's a great thing because you want to be able to have babies. But what this thing is going around, it looks like it's taking away the ability to actually make the babies, and so that goes into the grays, and that goes into the robotics and that kind of thing. That's what I was trying to say, in the weirdest way possible of my past history and going through fucking timelines.
So they can control who has the babies.
What is going into them? Talk about all the bad food.
Menstrual cycles are all fucked
air.
up with a lot of people that have, a lot of the women that have had them here. It's a lot of that kind of weird shit.
Well, I think
Mine works way
what's
too
going
well.
on with it, we're all messed
That's
up.
too much info too.
We are all messed up. Yes, Patty. Both sides are totally. Men. We are the most less. Well, me and you. We are not testosterone giants. You ever, me and you arm wrestled, right? And but you ever try to arm wrestle?
Are you guys balding?
Your friend's
That's
dad.
with testosterone.
Because back when you used to box, did you ever try to arm wrestle? Like, you're at your friend's house and their dad is there, and I'm a big tough guy, right? I'm 16 to 18, and I want to arm wrestle with my friend's dad, and then you get your ass handed to you, and it's like nothing to them, and so the corn, fuck the corn. What the fuck is going on here, man? I mean, it's the whole fucking children of the corn. Yeah,
genetic modifications that they've been doing behind your back for a long time.
Oh yeah.
You notice the kids have gotten longer and leaner?
Mm-hmm. My son the same way. I watched my son at.
My son's not, which is odd.
He was in diapers, and my wife's my ex-wife's father, he was at his place, and my son got mad, and he had his grandpa had a legitimate wood, about that thick table, right? It was a tree. It was a slice of a tree, laminated, and it had the tree trunks on both sides. It was a big thing. And my son, about fucking 2 years old, in his little diapers, got mad and literally flipped that sucker over, and it weighed 18 times as much as he did. He just like, bah! And I'm like, holy crap, I could have trouble picking that shit up myself. And, it was like watching the little Incredible Hulk go around.
Well, yeah, they have access to things we don't, because they don't know they can't yet, and they shouldn't.
They didn't know. Yeah, exactly. And then you teach them, and you teach them what they can and can't do, and then they get programmed. No, I can't fly.
Yeah, you program them.
I still think if you take
some questions, it's amazing what they come up with, because they're still programmed and hooked into source a little bit. So you can actually get some answers that are unbelievable.
Well, that's why I say, if you were
to get over being tired, and he told me to get up and run around.
as much as I know about this place and how it's make believe, I think if you were to take parents, right, with a little baby, and you put the parents on strings, and you just have them floating around the baby for the first fucking couple of years, that baby, you know, automatically, when it gets to a certain age, wants to grab a hold of the parents, right? I think that baby would literally float. It wouldn't know what it's doing. It would just know, I'm seeing my parents on a string, not even on a string, but they're just up there, and I want to hug them. And I'm going to get up there and hug them. So the babies will float. And that's how we fly. We fly by not believe the bumblebee. Remember we said about the bumblebee, and the bumblebee is technically, I don't know about here, but couldn't fly. It's too fat. The wings are too small. But the only thing that the bumblebee knows is I believe I can fly, and the bumblebee would fly, and they fly all around us all the time. But the bumblebee doesn't know it can't fly according to us, and we're like, man, if you only know, you would just drop to the fucking floor and be like walling around with your little wings and your fat ass.
Well, our mind tells us we can't do things. We have all the same muscles as a chimpanzee does for the most part. So imagine that they're way stronger than us. Well, that's because they don't know they can't.
They don't know they can't.
We have a brain that tells us we're going to get hurt, and so we don't.
Yeah, it shuts off. It shuts off. It literally shuts off. Yeah.
Turns off before we hurt ourselves. But we can. And that's why when you see those people under duress and you see like a baby slid under a car and the mother all of a sudden picks up the car on its side so people can drag the baby out, that's why she can do that, because her forgetting that she can't goes away for a sec because everything in her drive tells her she has to save her baby.
Yeah, and the pain, you know, we understand pain, but the animals don't understand pain the way we understand pain.
No.
You know, we bitch and moan about little fucking aches and crevices, but the animals don't.
I think that works in a lot of categories. I think it works I think that works in a bunch of different categories. Like, if you're driving somewhere and you needed to be somewhere at a certain time and you're leaving late, as long as you think that you can be there at that time, you know, I know I'm 15 minutes late. I'm getting on the road, but I know I can catch up and make up that time.
You will make that time.
You get there on time without really, you know.
You know, if you want a certain...
I've done that without even trying to get there on time. We were traveling between towns and we were running about 45 minutes behind. And all of a sudden we were pulling in on time and we didn't speed the entire way. It's just parts of the drive disappeared.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Right, exactly.
Well, it's like a parking spot.
That's why people are talking to each other and they're driving long distance and they're enjoying their company. They forget that it takes that long to get there, and they're there before they even know it. You know, like, wow, that drive went fast.
Yeah. You if you got to go to anywhere, but you got a certain spot you like to park. If you just imagine that spot open, it'll be open when you get there, and so you're able to pull in.
They're always open when I get there because I just walk in.
If you have traffic lights and you just expect them to, I might be close, but it's going to change by the time I'm slowing down right in front of the car in front of me, and it'll change and you can keep going. You know, that's not normal shit. That's some sort of voodoo witchcraft fucking, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something that we are able to do that we don't even think about most of the time. You know, it's like sensing the cops. Are you driving along? And if you're able to sense the cops, you will know, all right, this jackass just went around me and I should be going faster than what I'm going. But I'm just going to keep going this speed because there's going to be a cop up there. And what happens? There's a fucking cop up there.
Yeah.
And they pull that jackass over and you keep going on.
Let them pass.
Well, if you would you know.
Their speed trap is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that one time.
I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that is.
I was going 80 miles an hour in a 55. And I felt some reason I should slow down because I feel like there's going to be a cop over this hill. I just feel it. And I let the other guy next to me was, a young guy, and he was hot rodding his hot rod. He wanted to make sure that he was going to pass me up. And I kept on my top speed just before I got to the top of my hill, and I hit my brakes. And I let him go zoom right by me, and on the bottom of the hill was that cop waiting because he already got him as he come over the hill.
Yeah.
he
was
gunned
probably
him
cursing
over
the shit
the
out of
hill.
you.
And
Now,
As he
what?
drove by
I'm like,
waving
is this
slightly. Look at me doing the
What?
speed.
Yeah,
What is?
I'm sure when he pulled over, he was like, "Fuck,"
What? What?
like I shouldn't have passed this
That
guy.
is,
Probably
But
like,
yeah,
it's technically impossible, right? Especially, I mean, 1 time, 2 times, okay, but
I want to know
throughout
how
your life, so it's technically impossible. So what's the difference between that and, like, say in a Matrix movie, and he's like, I don't accept this shit. He does the Forrest Gump wave, and the bullets fucking fall in front of him. He just Forrest Gump, like he is like, and blah 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 blah. I don't fucking accept this fucking. Something's wrong here. I know fucking something's wrong here, and I ain't accepting this bullshit. Y'all can keep your bullshit. I'm fucking outside of your fucking. But then he finds himself in another Matrix. So, it's a bit odd, you know.
So how's Chris doing?
I hope I didn't put him to sleep. Her to sleep. I'm sorry, it was
Can
him
you
at
hear
first.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm
Hey,
doing
Chris.
good.
Sorry. I know you're a her here. I'm getting mixed up with the other one. It was a man. Sorry.
I can't hear you. Hold on. Oh, no, it's not your fault. It's just I don't know what is going on with the live stream. But me anyway. So how are you doing?
Making it.
Doing pretty good. Happy to be off
Yeah.
work. People are crazy.
Okay.
how you doing?
I was a little
And
upset
how
earlier
you
today, but
doing?
I'm okay.
There was that sexy Patty there.
I was a little.
It was a Joey sexy Patty there on Friends. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I was a little upset
How
tonight.
y'all doing outside?
Patty's always looking for
Y'all
another
want
woman, so you know
wow.
you gotta watch out for Patty now. He likes the women, and don't blame him.
Sharky, between you and my brother, you guys hit on all the women in my chat every time.
I
So
don't
tell
mean
me
to. I don't mean to. I tell the women I'm not looking for nothing, and but that usually works. So I don't know what.
Uh-huh.
And my brother gets on here. He has you ever flirt with Kimmy Chappelle?
Oh,
My
yeah,
brother is just like a big.
Okay, I missed that. You're cutting in and out.
I don't know. What did you miss?
Everything that you said, you roboted out.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to go back and start with that one. What was that, Sharky?
I've been celibate on my own for about
You don't even know what the fuck I was talking
5 years. So
I was talking about him and my brother.
like, I probably don't. You know,
I was talking about him and my brother.
if I experienced a woman, I'd probably go into wizard mode or something. Like, 5 years is a long time. So
Well,
I
Sharky, who's the
do
cutest
nothing,
one in our
Sharky. I could do 5 years
the
with my
prettiest
hand
one
tied
in our
behind my
chat?
back. Longest stint I did was 12.
That's awesome, Chris. Oh my God.
Chris wants
Yeah.
to talk. You can hear him. We can't hear you,
No, I'm
Chris.
happily married, so can you hear me now?
Oh, okay. We got that. We got that part. That came out pretty clear.
Okay.
We don't hear
I said I'm
anything you're
happily
saying
married,
now.
but thank you.
Yeah, we got that part.
Really?
Every time you, but it sounds like you're trying to say something else. Or is that just your mic?
I don't know if it's the mic or what it is, but there's a lot of static.
It sounds like somebody
Can
else
you guys?
talking.
No, it's just me. And the
Cammy, do you
spirits
hear
from
that?
beyond, I guess.
Yeah, I do. Is her microphone too close to her speakers?
No.
Sounds like you have somebody talking through.
Oh, great. Let me try to come.
Don't it
go
sound
out
like
and
that?
come
You
back
have,
in.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like a
See you in a
frog
bit.
to talk behind her. It's
What
weird.
is this down
Static
here?
feedback. There is a few messages in chat. I'm not ignoring anybody. If I switch from this channel to chat, it won't let me back in. It'll kick me out. So I'm not trying to be mean and ignore anybody. I will try to remember to read them at the end.
I think Patty went out.
He did. I think he's
Well,
trying to restart something.
oh, okay.
I don't want to touch
Yeah.
anything because it took me like 9 tries to get in here because everything was blocked. And I had to like switch browsers on my phone, and I tried resetting it first. So I Google searched how to reset my browser settings on my phone so I could figure out how to do it. Did everything it said it did it. Still nothing.
Yeah.
Crap. Then the link disappeared. Then I had to wait forever to retry again. And so I just assigned a new browser, and
You know,
that works.
I lost my chat. The whole chat is.
You lost. I swear I'm like flagged somehow. No matter where I go, I'm going to get messed with. That's why I don't really start a channel, because I'm pretty sure if I tried.
You know, the more I talk about God and Jesus, the more I get attacked. I mean, my house burns down.
It doesn't really bother me for the most
I
part.
get half. Now I can't, half of my fucking computer's not working because I'm not getting chat now.
Are you still on your old computer?
And I keep. I just bought this.
You just bought that one? How old is it though?
Yeah.
Like, has it got Windows 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know
it's a new one. I don't know.
if it was your old computer that was using out your thingy, or if your internet was really just sucking.
Well, chat's starting to come in now. I got Walter Williams chat. Lady Cammy. What? Walter said, "You way good lady, Cammy. Nice to meet you, Sharky. Nice to see you again. Message for later. Please drop the link." Oh, Chris needs a link. Well, I'll have to probably get a new link now. That being right. Yeah.
I'm going to have to read more about my I don't know how to do so many things on my phone that I should know how to do, like copy links and shit like that. My phone is so
I
complicated.
want to learn how to.
On the
I
bright
want to
side,
learn how to
it
download stuff.
actually got a picture of the moon where you can actually see the moon, and my other camera couldn't do that.
I got something very, very strange to tell you. Like, this has never happened to me before in my life, right? And I don't eat, Patty, you know me, I don't fucking eat out. I mean, I've not had Taco Bell in like 2.5 years at least. Burger King, McDonald's, that kind of stuff. But my son does like Burger King. Like, he likes the Whoppers, right? No ketchup, no mustard, or no, but I sent him in with $20. He made a joke like I did with my father. My dad sent me in with $20 on a vacation one time at McDonald's or something, and told me to get some burgers, right? And I spent the entire $20 on burgers back then. So I brought out like fucking 15 fucking hamburgers, and he told me, "Well, you're going to eat all that shit." And I did. I ate it all, but it was a bit of a like smoking cigars in the closet kind of a thing. What was weird is, when we left this morning, and I started walking the other day, like 3 days ago, and that was a bit weird. The time didn't match up to the amount of one walk around my property is 15 minutes, so 4 is an hour, but I did 7 in 40 minutes, and I'm like, time has slowed down. And then later that night, and this is all when the moon and shit was happening, all that kind of crazy shit over the last fucking 2-3 days. But then the music I was listening to that night was slower, and so I'm like, okay. But when I went to town today, right, and so took my son, and he gets, I give him $20. He goes into the Burger King, comes back out with his water and his burgers. You might check them, kind of a thing. And he checked one. Well, the other one's gonna be fine, Dad. I know what it is. And I'm like, okay, well, as long as you know what it is, it's fine. And they were, but I didn't smell them at all on the ride home. I did not even experience them as a form of food. I did not have a taste as I'm smoking my cigarettes and just with the windows down, a bit, like cracked, and the air conditioner's working. I'm like, I didn't even recognize Burger King was in my car. And I should have been like drooling for fucking burgers. So I think it didn't hit me till we got back, and I'm like grabbing the bag and stuff. We was bringing in groceries and stuff, and I'm thinking like, I didn't even recognize at all Burger King as food. And so what the fuck does that mean to me?
COVID.
And, I came in and I bought, I've been craving like salads. And so I came in and I bought baby lettuce, 2 big fucking boxes of baby lettuce. And I made me, my barbecue chicken. I took a piece of that and I chopped it up and put that in there with some, shredded cheese and some baby tomatoes and some ranch. And then I had a thing of not sour cream, but cottage cheese with some pepper and salt and some paprika. And I had ate that, and that's the only thing I've ate today, other than these little bitty pieces of cheese like this and some beer, and some water. But it was weird. I should have been drooling over that in my car, but I didn't even, it was just gone. I mean, it wasn't even there. I didn't even experience it. I didn't even really realize my son was over there munching down. I mean, I saw him, but, I didn't recognize it as a food. So what the fuck does that mean?
Because your body's learned that it's not food.
I guess so. Maybe that's about what I've come up with.
Recognize it as food after my brain processed whole bacteria doesn't like it.
He might have been as well been over there with a sucker or a piece of licorice or something. You know, I wouldn't like be craving that. I'm like, that's strange that I've never in my life had that happen before, and it didn't hit me till we got back home, and I was like, I'm missing something in the experience here. Something in my experience is gone. You know, like
I haven't had fast food in a very long time. We even skipped pizza for my son's birthday. We were going to order pizza, and we ended up skipping and ended up with a homemade platter. And that had organic celery, broccoli, cucumbers, carrot, and then some treats on top of that. But I made sure it was balanced out with some nutritional stuff in there too.
Yeah.
Meats and cheeses and crackers, and then, of course, ice cream cake. Followed by a, hey, while we're in your kitchen, can I try something?
Yeah.
Which, yeah, you got to check out that video, Pat. It's on my channel. It's like 17 seconds long, so you don't have to spend very much time watching it. It's just long enough to see that the magnet will fall. It's not stickified. And yet, when I stick it over where he gets his injection, it hangs. Creepy. And it's a little baby Yoda thing or something.
Cammy, you're like broccoli and all this good stuff. And then you're like ice cream cake.
All these young, well, you're having a birthday party, so you don't want to go all super healthy because what kind of a birthday is that, really, right? So I'm like, okay, here's some treats, but I don't want to just cram nothing but treats because he's done such a good job of maintaining and cutting and eating more healthy, and then I didn't want to go blowing that because I show up with all these treats that I'm going to leave behind because I was abandoning everything. So I made sure that half the stuff I abandoned was good for you.
You know, if I could say what my favorite sweet candy was as a kid, it would have to be those 18-year-old fucking, they're sugar, but they were little shapes with colors, and you were supposed to pull them off a pad. You know, they were on a pad, and you pull them off and put them on a cupcake or something. But those would always be left in a cabinet after fucking years and years and years. And then when I finally found them, I ate the shit out of them things.
I have a lot of those in my cabinet right
They
now.
were hard. They were just nothing but sugar, you know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just the colors. So you imagine a blue is going to be, but they were all the same taste, you know. They matter the colors, the food color that was in them, but they're little flowers or little weird things that were hard as crap. And yeah, I found those. Same way with Baker's chocolate, man, but that was a mistake. Oh my God, that was such a mistake.
That's how you keep someone out of your chocolate stash. You just package of Baker's chocolate and you stick it in your chocolate bar drawer. You'll find it with one bite left out or in it, and then the rest will be left in there. And
now, do you remember? Do you remember the Easter? I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm a '73 model, so I don't know if you're older or younger, Kimmy. I'm sorry. It doesn't really matter. We're all ancient to begin with. So, but do you remember getting Easter bunnies, Cadbury's Easter bunnies, but they weren't hollow. They were fucking solid. It would take you like a year to eat the damn things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember those things?
Oh,
and
yeah.
They still had the little you know, good little sugar eyes on them, and maybe a sugar nose, but it was fucking solid chocolate. It was solid.
Cadbury's or anybody has a lot of money now.
I didn't know if they even make them anymore. I mean, but that we
if you
would
have
get
enough money, I'm sure they would.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that was a common thing when I was a kid. It was just, I mean, it couldn't have been that much money. Because all of us kids had one.
We have
chocolate. I would eat on it. I would literally take it out and put it in a zippy bag and put it in the freezer, and then I'd bring it out and I would eat on it for like a year until Easter was there again. it took that long to eat them damn things, you know. with me as a boy, you know. But yeah, I didn't know if that was anybody remember that shit or not.
I shamelessly bought 3 solid chocolate bunnies this year and put them in my baker's section because when I need chocolate now, I have a whole bunch of solid chocolate that I got for cheap.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Everybody's like, "Oh, how do you get it in a form you can bake with?" I take it and I put it in a bag, and then I put that bag in another bag, and then I take it outside and I throw it on the pavement with a whole bunch of force and have a great load of fun with it.
Yeah.
Whack, whack, whack. If you have small children, you tell them they can throw it on the pavement. They think it's great. You just make sure to wrap it up really good.
Yeah.
Throw on the pavement, and when it's in enough little bits, then you can bring it inside.
Yeah.
I had to make ice cream soon. I was watching YouTube, of course, because when you're bored, what do you do but watch YouTube? And I watched a video on how to make homemade ice cream in a couple of hours with some very basic ingredients. And it's very delicious. And I'm looking at it and going, I have those ingredients. I can do that.
Yeah, I miss snow ice cream. I don't make Kim cream here. Scared of the fucking snow.
It's homemade ice cream. That's how you get away from Chem ice cream, because you can't.
Yeah, but remember when you make snow ice cream? But in the 80s, my mom made them in the 70s and 80s. You know, and of course it's like don't pick up the yellow snow because that's where the huskies go. You know, so.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't need anything.
But you would kind of scrape off the top level back when snow would appear here. Which most time it doesn't appear in Arkansas, but when I was a kid, it appeared quite a bit. So you scrape off the top level, and then you kind of scoop in the middle, and then you would take that in.
Back when we could eat the snow.
Back when you could eat the snow, and it wasn't Kim cream. It's like it was actually fucking ice cream. Healthy for you, and there were no bugs or no weird shit in it.
You would never believe you could eat the snow. Nowadays, that's not even a heard of thing because there's so many bacteria and shit growing in the snow here.
It was such a delicious treat, and it made a bunch, and every fucking brother and their fucking grandma knew how to fucking make it.
Well, because
and they would do it, and
was great because we have a very low density population, so the pollution is next to nothing. So you get pristine, and I'm right on the ocean, so we get fresh water, and it's ruined it, and they pollute my sky every day now. All I see is chemtrails.
Yeah, most of the time I do that. If you see all the trails here, it's going to rain next fucking day or two.
And I made a point.
And most of the time it's when all these crazy moons happen here in my little bubble. They fucking stream the skies, and you're like, shit. I already know I ain't gonna be able to fucking see it.
We've been having.
What's that, Pat?
We've been having really cold weather here, like in the 30s.
Yeah, this is summertime. What the fuck?
I made a poignant effort during all this hoopla
to
point out all the trails in the sky and ask them if all the planes are grounded and we're not doing flights because we're all home. What's that? I just wanted to make sure everybody was well aware.
It's all a big mirage. I put these things off a lot of times.
Could see it, and we're probably happy somebody was taking up.
I like to know where global warming is.
I use their lingo when I talk to them, though. I make sure I call it solar remediation because they'll look that crap up, and I want it to be there, and I want them to understand it's real. So I make sure to use that because they'll be able to search it that way, and it'll pop up appropriately. And just tell them that's what that is. That it's not really doing us any favors. And I point out it drops the temperature, and you're cold today. Well, we have sunshine, but it wasn't today. For Chris, I wish her mic was nice and clear for her.
Can you all hear me?
Chris?
Try now.
This thing keeps messing up. Yeah, because you guys are computerized again. I don't hear it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of
All right.
pretty much went away, but it came back.
I can still hear you, Chris. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's popping or not. I mean,
No, but it gets annoying when somebody else is talking that it gets us loud. It gets pretty loud. But we're gonna pretty much pack in here pretty soon, anyways.
you what?
So it don't matter. I said we're pretty much packed in, close shop down, anyways. So it doesn't.
Oh,
really matter.
okay. You ready to hit the sack and kind of shut it down?
You know her.
That's cool, brother.
Yeah, here pretty soon. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What do you guys think about me
Jesus,
doing
oh
an
my
earlier
God, it's
show?
101. It's 101 and a fucking 102. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, no doubt. What the
Well,
fuck?
I'll be late because I work till 7.
I got a bowl of chicken.
I don't care being late.
But are you working 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning?
Huh?
I work usually noon till 7, so I'm out of the door for 11
Damn.
in the morning, and I'm not home until 7 o'clock. Well, I get off at 7, so I'm home by 7:38. Then you just have to
Okay.
make dinner. That's why I was late. I was like making eating. I was watching, but I can't really respond to anybody because nobody can see me. It's like, I did try again today though, just in case I was unblocked, because I'm not sure if it's temporary or permanent or what the heck.
Hey, Patty.
I'm on turn.
Hey, Patty. Hey, Patty.
I'm gonna get off so that you guys can do your thing. So good night, everybody. Good night, Chris. I wish we could have chatted more.
Mute yourself.
Night, Cammy.
What?
Hey, Patty.
Well, thanks, Tammy, for coming on. Chris, thanks for coming on. What? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Patty, can you hear me?
Sure.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Can you understand me? Hey, Patty. I was gonna let you know. I heard cousin Michael wrote me this morning, and so I should see him tomorrow. And that'll be a good thing, you know. So he's gonna pop back into my reality. I haven't seen him in months and months and months. So
Cool.
it looks like he's gonna come by with Leanne, you know, the his gal or whatnot, and gonna spend some time with him and just kind of catch up and see what's been going on in his place. Because, you know, I haven't saw him. He just fucking disappeared. So it'll be kind of a bit nice. And I'll let him know if you want to say hi to him right now. You know, I'll let him know you said hi and all that jazz.
Of course, yeah. Tell him I said hi and hope he's doing well.
Yes, thank you.
And
I
can't wait to see him on the stream here. Hopefully, we can see him soon.
I hope so. We'll see what happens. You know, he as much weirdness has happened with him coming down. He, you know, I do believe he is one of us, but he is kind of still in the streams of flowing through things, and it's the same way. You know, fucking one fucking disaster after another.
Right.
I'm glad he's going to be popping back in and whatnot. So I'll let him know that you said hi and whatnot. Because I mean, he loved the hell out of you when he was down here. You know, he saw you totally as a brother. And it's sad that he went away. You know, so So I just want to let you know that it should be a good day tomorrow. I might need to go get some more beer because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no shit. Stock up on that. All right, Cherokee.
All right, love you.
Sack.
Love you, brother, man.
Love you.
Have a good night.
Love
Thank you.
Thanks,
Everybody in the chat, I couldn't see you. Love y'all. Y'all too.
Thanks for coming on, Cherokee.
Yeah. Bye,
Night.
y'all. Night.
And from now on, you guys, I think I'm going to start a majority of my shows, like I said earlier, around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. I think that's my best when I'm, because me getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing these, I haven't been wanting to do them because I just getting up is really fucking hard at 4 o'clock in the morning for me. So I would rather, get a good night's sleep, get at 4 in the morning. I'm more energetic, from 5 o'clock in the morning to 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I think that's what that's going to be the time span I'm going to do it in. To do the live streams now, pretty much. I will do, a few night ones. I will still do a few night ones, but I think a majority of my streams are going to be during the day now. So I hope a lot of you guys can make it during the day. Otherwise, I will see you on one of the night ones. So thanks, you guys, for coming and chatting. I care about you guys, and I hope the best for you.